Test 1, 2. All right, it is Friday, 12 May, 6:47 local. We're on the run-up pad, runway 36 left buckle. Boost pumps on, transponder is set for takeoff. Flaps are set, trim set, single seat takeoff, forward takeoff checklist is complete. We're traffic RV 7 Bravo Romeo, departing runway 36 left, southbound Ruckle. Slight red cross. We got a good boom, and we got a good camera. And AOA volume is up. All right, good tone. On speed condition. Left brake track. B4 condition. Brake change. Morning, Eglin, November 147 Bravo Romeo, airborne, Ruckle, Golf.
That's November 14 Bravo 7 Romeo.
That's November 147 Bravo Romeo.
November 147 Bravo Romeo, squawk 4656.
4656 I, 7 Bravo Romeo. Nice east wind this morning. This is a 3.3.7 alpha test. Wi-Fi 3.3.7.
7 Bravo Romeo, radar contact just south of Ruckle, same intentions and type aircraft.
We are proceeding direct to White Point. Request the east training area, block 4 to 6 for flight test. RTB Ruckle or an RV4, sir.
Bravo Romeo, it's approved as requested. Current Eglin altimeter 3004.
And 3004 and out of 800 feet now for the block 4 to 6. Thanks. And so far, quiet traffic. Got some weather rolling in a little bit later today. We have been suffering from a noise problem since we transitioned to the V3 in the RV4. We're actually on the third V3 board in the airplane. This one came out of Zlin. We know it to be a quiet board. Tested good on the ground. We've done a leak down check on the alpha pressures and the pitot pressures for the airplane. We don't have any issues in the system. We didn't have any issues in the cockpit manifold either. We've removed the cockpit manifold now, and the P45 from the Dynon probe on the left wing is plumbed directly into the new V3 box today, and we're going to take the EFIS out of the loop because we suspect what may have been causing some of the trouble was an internal leak in one of the EFISes, which were repaired back in December. We'll know after we get a good auto-cal run this morning. All right, bring the phone out. And we are running a 15 decibel Wi-Fi network in the cockpit this morning. On speed local. Looking good, and we're actually connected to Doc's box, so let's fix that. Back in here, Wi-Fi. Select on speed. There's 4,000. Coming up on the bridge. All right. 2992. 2992 set for test. 4.2 for the block, or in the block actually, for 5. Good on-speed connection. We're up on the right network. Go ahead and just try to navigate home, see if we get to the right box. And looking good. Showing the cockpit box. Ooh, we got some thermal bumpies up here this morning. Interesting. All right, we got an inversion today. We're going to go down, and we're going to run our tests low. We're not going to be able to do them up here. Whoa. Interesting. Okay. We're going to go down to 3. Spiral down here real quick. We've already got the EFIS selected, pulling up the calibration wizard. And wind's already picking up. Not going to have a whole lot of time to work this morning. It's just going to be a quick look. And Eglin, 7 Bravo Romeo, we're going to be working the block 3 to 5 for the weather.
7 Bravo Romeo, roger. And you're going to be going over to East Trading Area, correct?
That's firm. Just spiraling down.
Roger.
All right, looking good. Okay, sweet. Okay, we got smooth air down here at 3, so non-standard altitude. 2992 is set, but we do have the weather for...
Okay. When able to safe flight conditions.
It's actually VFR. It's turbulence aloft. We're flight test this morning, and we need smooth air.
Roger.
All right. So aircraft gross weight coming in 1,500. Set. Lookup chart. We got 30.4 on board. 1325 coming in for current gross weight. Flight speed is 80. And we are 6G airplane. So far, no reboots. Looking good. The choke is installed. Good transition to page 2, and we got a good live wire. All right, let's go ahead and get set up for an autocal run. We're going to climb to 3,000 pressure altitude. Our takeoff checks are complete. So let's go to 35, and we'll use that, a little bit of a Humpty bump here to accelerate. And we'll do this on a text axis of 090. Time 11:55, 08, 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 30.3 on board. And Humpty bump. Skull and 090. And just pushing parameters, standby parameters. Another lesson learned is the airplane can't be accelerating when we hit the record button. So we're going to actually start the throttle reduction prior to doing that. We will get a good normal data mark. We got a good boom, and we got a good camera. And just accelerating out to a VNO condition now. We're going to accept whatever altitude we achieve that at. And this will be an autocal run, EFIS base looking out the window. All right, there we go. Primers look good. Below red line. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Pulling the throttle, 1001, 1002, 1003, record, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008. Just looking out the window for this one, don't even have the decel display up. A little bit of left rudder standard, kind of maintaining altitude. We're going to get a quick look here. We'll know right away if we fix the noise issue. And we'll move on to a couple of quick IMU tests. And we're going to have to RTB probably before the wind picks up. All right, looking good. First ops check will be the LVD max condition with a tone. Approaching that now. And good LVD max. And flying a little bit with the trim. Looking out the window, accepting a little altitude loss. Got about a minus 100 VDI right now. 5647, heading 100. This is a slow condition. We'll just stop trim right there. And about 100 feet. Increasing the pitch rate into the stall. Stall detected. All right, fixed. We're kind of right back to where we were, noise-wise, but not bad. Okay, let's go ahead and save a screenshot. Okay, there's our first reboot. And we'll save the data to file. And
Enabled.
we know that scatter plot we saw yesterday was due to an internal EFIS leak. back up to 3 here, get another run, and then we'll switch over to the IMU. And we're going to go back to settings. We'll pull up the wizard since we're now on another log file, Bob. Spiral up here real quick. Okay, it actually held all of our settings. Good, continue, and we're back to a good live wire. It's 11:57:58, 69 degrees Fahrenheit, 30.1. Little Humpty Bump.
Ambo 96, second approach.
And we got some room to work to the east, pushing the power up.
3000, runway heading.
Push 3000.
Ambo 96, second departure. Good morning, radar contact, climb maintain 10,000, turn right heading 360.
All right, 10,000, right turn 360, Ambo 96.
All right, not as smooth as we were seeing with the V2, but we're back to previous V3 performance. So that means the leak was in one of the EFISs. We may change out the pitot tube as well. All right, let's get set up for one more. EFIS-based auto-cal. 11:58:42, 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 30.0. Standby airspeed. Red line, airspeed. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
All right, power's back slightly, 2 seconds, record, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8-second pull today. A little bit of left rudder coordinate. Just looking out the window, no decel display. I'll get that up for you, Lenny. There we go. A little quick on the decel right now. Coming down in the green band. Using a little bit of trim. Got a little bit of minus VBI right now. There's our 1 knot per second. We'll just hold 1 knot per second all the way in now. Looking good. Just flying the airplane with a trim knob right now. 1 knot per second decel rate. Holding altitude. VBI shows about minus 50 feet. Sweet, there's non-speed condition, right at -1, holding -1. All right, there's a slow condition, stop trim, hold -1 into the stall. Quicker on the decel rate, there's I increase the pitch rate, and right into the stall at -1. Okay, not looking bad. Again, seeing a little bit more noise up at the top end, but pretty nice curve. I'm showing 0.9974. Save a quick screenshot of that. Quick data to file download. Now we're going to go back up and we're going to navigate to system configuration. That may force a reboot.
Ambo 96, contact Jacksonville Center 120.2.
Trim.
20.2, good day, Ambo 96.
Changing our calibration source now to IMU. IMU is selected. Going down now to save our save our configuration change. And let's see what happens. Okay, good configuration save. Navigating back to the wizard. So far, just the 1 reboot. And winds aloft today about 156 at about 25 knots. Wizard's looking good. Numbers are good for that. Navigating, we got a good live wire. No reboot that time. Same technique. We're going to pop up to about 35, and we're going to push it over to get our parameters. And it is currently 12:01:14, 69 degrees Fahrenheit, 29.8. We got a good boom. We got a good camera this morning. And there's 3,500 feet. We're at a non-standard altitude because we got an inversion. I can actually see the inversion layer out to the west there. And we got some pretty good turbulence up at our normal altitude. Let's just push it up. And we get a couple of IMU calibrations prior to RTB. All right, red line's looking good. Trim. Standby airspeed. We're going to accept whatever altitude we get when we get to a VNO condition. And again, I've been pulling the throttle just slightly before I hit the record button to ensure that the airplane isn't accelerating when we actually start recording. That acceleration is what's been causing that hockey stick pattern we've been seeing. All right, there's a VNO condition. Standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
And pulling the powers. Record. And continuing to pull the power. This time I'm going to let the airplane drift down just a little bit. Actually, just using my standard technique here. Same technique we've been using. A little bit of left rudder coming in. VVI stabilizing right around 0. minus 2 knots per second right now. We'll let her come down into the green band. Top of the green band. Still got a little bit of climb going, so that's all me. 1.5 knots. There's our 1 knot per second. Again, we're back to IMU. Expect tone elevating max. 10 knots. Mark, that checks good. All right, minus 1 knot per second. Stabilized. Trim technique. EVI shows 0. Now, we don't know which EFIS has the internal leak. I'll figure that out later. All right. Not bad. IMU looks about the same as the EFIS, just a little pitchier. Just save that data to the file one more time. Actually should be good. We got a good live wire. Let's go ahead and spiral up here. And we'll get set up for our next run. We'll run to the east. It is 12:03:50, 69 degrees Fahrenheit, 29.6 on board. I think that IMU is a little bit more sensitive, and we're capturing some of that BVI change that encountered during the run. So this time, we're going to try to smooth that out, and then we're going to do a random IMU with a little bit of a faster pull. All right, there's 3.5. Humpty bump, 12:04, 24, 69 degrees Fahrenheit, rather, 29.5 on board. In the right turn to 090, IMU selected. Camera, boom, good. This will be another IMU AutoCal run. D-cell display is up. Pulling out, sculling 100. Standing by airspeed. More of a look out the window technique. See if we can make this just a little smoother run. Trouble getting to VNO right now. 10 more knots. Red line. All right, there's a VNO condition. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
On the power slightly. Record. And just continuing to look outside on this one. Squeezing just a little bit of left rudder, keeping that centered. And there's our 8-second throttle pull. A little higher decel rate, but trying to be smoother on the pitch. VI shows 0. Top of the green band.
Tower going to approach channel 9, line check. Second tower going to approach channel 9, line check out here.
Alright, looking good. Stop trim. There's a minus 1 knot. Increasing pitch rate in the stall. Normal, 9.5. And good stall. Good detect. Huh, that's interesting. A little bit of a herky jerk at the end, not bad. Save the screenshot. Save the data. Okay, now we're going to spin to the east, and we're going to try more of a random. So, just a quicker pull. Don't really care what happens with the nose on this one. Got a good live wire. We're not going to adjust the wait time now. 12:06:51.
Second tower, going to approach 125.1, line check out here.
All right, looking good. It is 12:07:08, 69 degrees Fahrenheit, 29.2 in the right turn, heading at 270 with a good camera and a good boom. We have IMU selected. This is going to be a random. So let's get to a VNO condition, or close to it, maybe about 160, 170. Pushing her down. got enough airspeed. Gonna kind of level off. Okay, we just had a reboot, so let's stand by. Let the system catch up. We're gonna have to abort this. All right, I'm gonna pull up the ADI, because the ADI needs to actually recage, so that's another previous lesson learned. Takes the ADI, about 30 seconds or so to recage after something like that. Helps if we're straight and level, although it will recage in any attitude. Let's just give it a stable speed here. And then we'll spin to the east, and we'll do our random to the east. And we're gonna go ahead and just refresh the AutoCal page, since we lost the system in there.
2447, 538
We're on the IMU, so unless we have a good platform, we're not going to get a good calibration. We'll just go ahead and adjust the weight now since we're actually in here. So 20, 13, 15 coming in. Adjust, gross weight's adjusted. Continue navigating to the second page. Now, good navigation. All right, good navigation to the third page. Let's check our platform. All right, we got a good platform. Just go ahead and actually we've got enough airspace right here. We're going to do our random. Push it up just a little bit. Still accelerating. All right. Looking good. Stop the acceleration right there. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Pulling the nose back, pulling the nose up. Record. Just pulling the nose up. Don't care what happens, we're just going to go right to the stall. Want to just check the shape of the curve. That was about 30 degrees high, 40 degrees nose high. There's our stall. All right, recover. Woo, okay, just couldn't keep up. It was a data issue. So we'll save that to screenshot, download it. So that's just a Wi-Fi issue. Basic curve though. Looks like it's about right. Let's go ahead and do that again. This time we just won't go to quite such an extreme nose up altitude.
1,200 climbing 3,000.
Allegiant 3080 England departure. Good morning. Radar
There's
contact.
3,000.
Left in 360 and climbing maintain 1,000.
I cut you off on the left 360 and
All right, looking good. We got a good live wire.
Allegiant 3080 at 10,000.
All right, Allegiant is airborne.
And left 360.
And we're going to RTB after this one.
Temperature 21, 2.18, altimeter 3007. Expect ILS approach runway 20.
3007.
Runway 12 and 20 in use. Birdwatch condition moderate. Advise on initial contact. You have information hotel.
All right, we're still at hotel. 3005. Looking good for random now. This time we're just going to pull the nose up, pull the power back, and not be quite so fast. It is 12, 10, 41, 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 28.8. Only issue on that last one was Wi-Fi connectivity, and we got a good camera. We got a good boom. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Power's coming back. Just make sure we're decelerating or record. Nose is coming up. Power's coming back. This time we'll stop the nose up at about, I don't know, 15, 20 degrees, wherever we end up. Left rudder as required here. There's 10 degrees nose up. We're at the very high end of the decel rate, about 3.5 knots per second. Good climb going, 1,000 VVI. There's about 15 degrees pitch. We'll keep it under 20. And there's the stall at about 17 degrees. Okay, good random capture. IMU, that stresses that thing out pretty well. Looking good, looking good. All right, I think we have solved our pressure leak problem. But we're back to just some noise, and we'll have to figure out where the noise is in the signal. All right, RTB.